We back with another video. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic. George Groves and Chris Eubank Jr. or Eubanks, I'm gonna call him Eubanks Jr. Was popping off at the mouth, both of them yesterday after Junior beat up Arthur Abraham. Now George Groves has some comments to make. He said that it's gonna be some big cracking fights in this tournament, this World Boxing Super Series tournament that Chris Eubank Jr. just earned his way into, and potentially, they can meet up in the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series Cup. That's if George Groves get past Jamie Cox, and Chris Eubank Jr. gets past this Ivini. I can't pronounce the guy's last name. He's Turkish. Seen him fight. I already briefly broke down some film. I'm gonna break down all this the World Boxing Super Series fights I can before the tournaments get started in the fall. September, October, I think, about that time. And George Groves said, I'm not even sure he's gonna get past the Turkish lad. So, just looking at George Groves over his career, he was a very confident fellow going against that, James DeGale, which I thought James DeGale beat him. That's just my opinion. I didn't think it was that close either. But he beat James DeGale already. James DeGale's not in the tournament. He had a shoulder surgery. Perfect timing for him, I would guess, not to compete. And try kind of be like the Lucian Bute of the tournament and just wait it out. But he's already proved himself, so he's a legit champion. And then, George Groves was very confident versus in the first Froch fight. Bullshit stoppage. He possibly could have beat Froch there, but that was the wrong left turn for his career. After that, Froch, and Bob McCracken went back to the drawing board. I think one of the best trainers over there in the UK. Hopefully I said his name right. Had a lot of respect for Carl Froch's trainer. And they knocked Groves out, in the second fight. Then he was so overconfident, trying to artificially gain that confidence he had back. But dude, Jack showed him that he was the classes above him, multiple classes above him as a fighter. Beat the shit out of him on the Andre Berto Mayweather card. And versus Fedor Shuvanov, he got his title back. I think he hurt his jaw. I thought he broke it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he's gonna be ready for his fight with Jamie Cox sometime in the fall. Now he's telling Eubank Jr. that you might not get past this Turkish lad. And you see this Turkish guy fight. He's 16-0 with 10 knockouts, but he's just very, very basic. I mean, Chris Eubank Jr. should have fun with him. That's my opinion. He's not superior in any facets of the boxing game. He has a little pop. Okay speed. I'm just not enamored with him. Maybe I could do some more tape breakdown to him. But I think Eubank Jr. should breeze through him. I think Jamie Cox has between the two bouts they facing, these guys, Groves and Eubank Jr., I think Jamie Cox has the best chance of the upset of the tournament besides Robert Brandt. I think, Jamie Cox is a guy that's been injured, doing the prison bid and in and out of jail. I think he's ready to, garnish what belongs to him in his mind. I think he can beat George Groves. I'm not sure I'm picking him, but I think he can beat him. But if these guys, I talked about it briefly in the immediate reaction video to Eubank Jr. Arthur Abraham, when these guys meet in the semifinals, they both win a first round matchup. I think this potentially can be the biggest fight of the tournament. Superseding what happens in the cruiserweight, superseding what happens in any championship in this tournament. I think that's a big domestic fight, and I think it gets some attention over in the United States as well. I think Chris Eubank Jr. can handle George Groves at this point. I'm not sold on him. I think he's more of a closer to a shot fighter than being on the up and coming. I'd be very surprised if he did win this tournament. I think he's one of the favorites, but he's just so overconfident. He's still confident, and I still haven't seen him get any better, since the Froch knockout. I haven't seen a performance where versus a good foe that he shows that he's the class of the division. He said he thinks he's the best in the division. I don't think he's the best in the division. I heard Caleb Plant outboxed him for 50 rounds from Caleb Plant's mouth. No bullshit. He said, I outboxed him 50 for 50 rounds. And that's a guy a lot of people don't know about that's very talented. I think he's better than him. I think David Benavidez is better than him. I think both the Rail brothers could potentially be on. I think Eubank's better than him. I think Callum Smith, who's in this tournament, is better than him. So he's going to have to prove a lot. And the Chris Eubank Jr. is just solidifying, that the belief that everybody has in him in the UK and America, and showing people that, he's going to continue to get better. And if he wins this tournament, like I said earlier in the media reaction video yesterday, the world is his. He can do whatever he wants. He can squeeze down, catch weight with Canelo. He can do whatever he wants, and this tournament is whoever is going to open up a lot of doors for the winner.